American college students graduate with an average debt of more than $35,000, but not all of the money is spent on tuition and books. Some students go outside of their budget by spending unwisely. New at 5, our consumer specialist Rick Romero got advice from a financial expert on saving money in college.
USC senior Tammy Brokaw is like a lot of students. She has a considerable amount of debt from tuition and books. But unfortunately, the debt also comes from money spent unnecessarily.
I try to avoid going shopping, but a lot of my friends have jobs, so they ask if I want to go, and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to be good, I'm not going to buy anything, and then I always end up buying more than the person that I went with.
And that's one reason why Tammy is now meeting with a financial planner.
You may be thinking, isn't a financial planner for someone who has a career, making money, or thinking about retirement and not a college student? Well, think again.
There's a lot of times, I give you a great example, where a mom or a dad that's a client of our firm will say, hey, can you sit down and talk to my daughter or my son because they're getting ready to graduate from college, and can you get them on the right track?
Jeff Motzke is the CEO for Trilogy Financial Services in Huntington Beach. His first suggestion with any student is to set up a budget, starting with not going out to eat too often and at expensive restaurants.
We end up going to Cheesecake Factory or restaurants, and it ends up being like $20 or $30.
Sometimes they might have to tell their friends, just say no and just don't go.
Even coffee at Starbucks is a good way to overextend the budget.
I love Starbucks. I have a gold card.
If you're buying a $4 or $5 latte every single day, that adds up to over $100 a month. Maybe you could make your own coffee in the morning before you go to work, or make your own coffee before you go to class. You can save an awful lot of money just by something as simple as that.
Another suggestion is for the student to set the alarm, and he doesn't mean the alarm clock. It's paying the bills on time.
If you start having bad credit, that can affect when you get into the workforce. There are many firms now that actually pull up credit reports before they actually hire somebody.
Some students get into financial trouble with roommates who don't share the lease.
When you have a lease, for example, and you've got 2 or 3 roommates and you're the one on the lease, if they don't pay the rent, you're responsible for the rent.
So for many of these reasons, it can pay for a student to meet with a financial expert.
I want to be able to budget my money so when I get out of school, I won't have the same problem.
This is Rick Romero, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.